What's up? How's it going, man? It looks like we're on. What's up, man? This is Dee Runk.
Oh, this is definitely Dee Runk.
Looks like you're still in your work clothes. How's it going?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I got home.
Oh my goodness, I do this every time.
Yeah, I had to turn my volume down too. But yeah, no, I just got home from the LCS and got home from work right before that. And I was like, I'm just gonna rock my work clothes, whatever.
Dude, I have the first thing I do when I get home is I just take my pants off just completely. I just lay them on the floor. I have to get out of the pants.
That's
So, what's up?
it seems a little X-rated for our show here, man. What
I know, right? Well, no, yeah, I know. Sorry. So this was somewhat last minute. I don't know. I've been texting you about this ever since I saw the movie Shazam, which I went and seen on Saturday. We're trying to talk about it because I kind of liked it. When did you go see it?
I saw it on Sunday. Oh, we got a man named Classico Carlito up in the building.
Dude, what's up?
How y'all doing?
I like that backdrop, bro.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Got that J channel.
Nice.
Yeah, I just got your email, so I don't know what happened.
I don't know either, man. I sent it like twice, and then I also sent the invite like 3 times.
Damn. All right. Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. You just got on. There's no one watching right now except for us. So
awesome.
Dude, we could talk about anything then.
We literally could talk about anything, honestly. So when did you say you went and seen it?
I saw it on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
I saw it on Sunday too.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we got 2 movie theaters in my city, and there's one that's like super premium, like it's like everything you want out of a movie theater. And there's one that's like really cheap and crappy. And I like to go to the cheap, crappy one because there's no one ever there.
Was there people there?
No, there's like 8 people in the movie. But when I looked at the other theater, it's where you reserve seating and all that. Like 3/4 of the seats were reserved already. So yeah, I was not about that life.
We got one movie theater in Manhattan, Kansas, and but they were showing it like 3 different areas. So I got the one that's we got the one that's like a dine-in, and you can recline the chairs, which is pretty awesome. So I went with my wife and my daughter. Who did you guys go with?
I went with my wife.
And I went by myself like I usually do.
Dude, I have no problem going to a movie by myself.
Oh,
I have really no problem doing anything by myself, honestly.
I was surprised though, because there were a lot of kids at the showing I went to, and when it first started, I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be bad." But actually, after the movie started, all the kids were like extremely well behaved, so I was pretty shocked by that.
Poor Mike said he took his whole family. You know what? Should we just get into the movie, or should we talk about our new comics first?
Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah. Hey, let's say hi to the chat first, real quick, before we do any of that. We had JB from Discovery Bay popped in, got discovered. We got Poor Mike in the building. We got Kachung in the building, a dude. We got Inhuman X.
That's Manny from Chino Comics and More.
Yeah, Manny.
And we got Poor Mike, our dude over there.
Poor Mike. What up, Poor Mike?
I want to rename him Middle Class Mike. I think it has a better ring to it.
Looks like Manny's just at the store. Are you reading comics, Manny? That's what I'd be doing.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I could work at a comic book store, dude.
I
Like,
know.
I could if I was the owner, like Manny is, but like if I just like got a job there, my boss would have to fire my ass.
Dude, all my paycheck would be gone every time. I'd be working for books. That would be it.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
The dude, his name is the guy was on my video I did like a week or so ago. Brandon, he works there. It's Subpar Comics on Instagram. Anyways, he works there. He said 1 week he got 19 comics, and so I don't even know if he got any money whatsoever.
Yeah, that'd be tough, man.
That'd be tough. So we're gonna be talking about Shazam, our review of it, and we're gonna show our books that we got this week at our local shop. Are you still not buying new comics there, Carlito? Are you still holding out?
No, you haven't seen my post? Come on, man.
No, I know he cracked already. I know he cracked on a couple things.
Yeah,
He's been buying a couple new books, and he's been buying slabs.
Yeah, I started buying slabs first, and then I got into just the regular books 2 weeks ago, I think it was. So I finally broke that streak. But I went into the shop today, but I didn't get any books yet. I'm still trying to figure out what my future LCS is going to be, because I've got like 3 around here, and the 4th one we used to have went out of business in like November, but they were still like ordering books, so they would drop them off, or you go pick them up at like some random places.
Hey, kitty.
But I haven't heard from them in like 3 months, so yeah, I'm looking for a new shop. I think I found the one I'm going to go to, but I'm not for sure on that yet.
So did you go today?
Yeah, I went in there and I looked around. The problem is like they don't get many many of the covers.
Right.
So they usually just get like
regular covers.
Standard. Yeah, they just which I mean for books I'm gonna read, I don't care, but I mean, you know me, I'm hooked on Crane, and they never get any of the Crane stuff in there.
Right.
Granted, a lot of his stuff lately has been exclusive, but yeah, I just went because I thought they were going to get the Symbiote Spider-Man one that he did, but they didn't, so I wasn't able to get that. But I did get one book in the mail today, just one, but I didn't get anything in my LCS. So
should we just go over ours really quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, you go first, Dee Runk.
All right.
You're gonna set the bar high.
Am I just gonna show them all then, or what do we?
Yeah.
All right. So I got the Batman Who Laughs cover B.
Nice.
I got Captain Marvel #4. I got Flash number 68 cover B. Kind of a wonky cover. I got Detective Comics 1001 cover B. Pretty cool looking cover.
Oh, I almost got that. That's Finch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I almost got that one.
I picked up Superman #10. Very cool cover there. Then I got Symbiote Spider-Man cover A.
Is that the land cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got Batman Who Laughs, the cover A.
And wait, hold on. You got cover A and cover B?
I already told you this, yes. I have cover A and B for all of them so far.
You have cover A and B for every book that you bought?
No, just for the Batman Who Laughs.
Okay.
I've been reading cover A and like preserving cover B.
Gotcha.
And then Batman #68 cover B.
So did Tom King kill it?
By ruining the book, yeah, he absolutely killed it.
I have not read it yet. Tell me there's more words than last time.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of dialogue, but it's also a dream sequence, and it's
a whole bunch of bullcrap.
Yeah, dude. I looked it up because I wanted to bitch about it on our show tonight. They've been doing this since January.
The dream sequences?
Yeah, since January.
Wow.
Now there was 2 books that were part of the Price, which is the Batman Flash Heroes in Crisis crossover. But like for the current Batman comic book, the main series, they've been dreaming since January.
I actually like that crossover.
I love the crossover. And guess what? It wasn't written by Tom King.
Yeah, it was Williamson.
Yep.
Okay, I only got 4 books this week, so I'm not keeping up with Dee Runk here, but that's okay. I got Batman Who Laughs, number 4, the regular cover. I'm hoping my daughter does not ruin this one like she ruined my last 2. I don't know if you guys saw that post on my Instagram story. Did I tell you guys? Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I come in and I'm sitting in my chair back here, and next to it there's this beanbag here, and I set my books there and I'm about to read over there, and I put the books that I just got done reading on the other side. Anyways, so I just read some, and I set the other ones over there. And I'm about to read, and she comes in and jumps right on her thing, and she doesn't even see the books there, and she just messes them all up. So hopefully she doesn't do this time.
We don't leave books on the beanbag.
I guess not. That's her beanbag.
Lesson learned.
Yes. Flash 68 variant, which I actually just got another Flash Rebirth number 1. It's going to be coming in because I want to send either that one that's coming in or the one I currently have in to CGC so I can get it slabbed.
I already got number 1 in the 9.8 on that sucker.
What?
I already got that in the 9.8 on CGC.
Oh, the regular cover or the variant?
The variant.
Oh, I'm going to get the regular cover slabbed because I like it better.
I found mine for like $20 on eBay.
Damn.
It was an auction that it went nowhere on the auction, so I got it for $20.
$20?
Yeah.
CGC 9.8?
Yeah.
Holy!
It was an auction that had no minimum, bid, and it just no one noticed it, and like the winning bid was at like $14, and it went up a little bit, and I said that I would pay $35 for it, and for my max bid, and it's it won me the auction at $20.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's really awesome. I'm jealous. Then I got Batman 68 Matina variant. Matina is awesome, right, Carlito?
Oh yeah.
Slide anything Matina his way. And then Symbiote Spider-Man number 1, the Art Germ variant.
Ooh.
So those are my 4 books. Carlito, what'd you get?
I got my one mail call. And guess who the artist is? Just take a guess.
Clayton Crane.
Yep. And I don't know if you can see that. It's an old book.
Punisher
225. I mean, that wasn't really that good of a end of the run, but there were a couple Crane covers that were sweet, so I had to pick it up off eBay. I got it for I think like $2.
Okay.
So not including shipping. So
nice. So I'm just sending a few people, letting them know we're on here.
Is Comic Head in the chat?
No,
I believe there's another stream going on.
Oh,
on the chats.
I don't want to plug them because I want to keep our viewership, but
yeah, I think he's on Chad's.
Gotcha.
Anyways, so I went and seen Shazam on Saturday. My wife was actually pretty excited to go see it. We took my 4-year-old daughter, and we loved it. So I think what we should do is talk about our overall thoughts on it, like non-spoilery, and then we can try to get into some spoilers later. So I love the movie. My wife loved the movie. My daughter loved the movie, even though there was one scene that was a little bit scary for her. And I think you know exactly what scene I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So the rest of the movie, whenever she saw the bad guy, she
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I thought it was good. I thought that it was like, even though like you saw some of the jokes in the trailers, some of the other stuff was still really, really, really funny. And I liked how closely it tied into the most recent comics that Shazam is doing. So, yep, we loved it. What'd you guys think?
Nice. Well, go ahead, Dee Runk. I want to hear what he thinks of a certain cameo later, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll talk about the cameo when we get to the spoilers. But you know, I liked the movie. I liked it about as much as I liked Aquaman, and you know, I didn't think it was. I don't think it was the best movie I've seen from DC. It would not hit my DC top 5, but it was good. I didn't find any fault with it. I think I did find a little fault. Like, so I didn't think that Shazam, like, you know, the full on Shazam when he's like in the Shazam costume. I don't think he acted much like the kid Billy Batson. It's like they were different people when you were watching it, and that to me, I kept waiting for them to be similar, but it didn't never came about. And I thought Billy Batson was really cool, and I thought Shazam was really cool. Like I had no problem with either character, but they should have been the same character. And that was where I kind of docked it a few points. And I don't know what my point rating system is, but they've been docked points. I can tell you that much right now. But overall, I liked it. I'll check it out again, and I will buy it when it's on when it's on digital.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, I feel the same pretty much. I think I liked it slightly better than Dee Runk, and probably almost as much as Burke. Yeah, that part that you're talking about, Burke, the kid that was sitting next to the father next to me, like literally like turned and jumped in his father's lap when that happened. So I knew that was what you're talking about. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get into it in a little bit here, but basically, my thoughts are that they could have taken out that whole thing, like the whole scene, almost pretty much all together. But they definitely could have, if they were going to leave it in there, they could have cut it tremendously.
Yeah, and that, like, I don't have any kids, so I wasn't like concerned with like my own kids, but there was a horror element to that movie that the trailer did not advertise at all. Like, and I'm pretty sure, you know, like you brought a 4-year-old kid to the movie. Like, if that horror element had been advertised in the trailers, you probably wouldn't have brought your kid to it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I'll let Carlito say more about it, but yeah, I'm going to say some stuff about it here shortly about how I feel total about how they produced it.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I mean, not really shocked. I was surprised with the lengths they went to show certain stuff. It was a little bit more in your face than I expected, because I didn't think it was going to be as graphic as they kind of went with it. It's not like bad, but all I was thinking was, wow, all these kids in here, I'm not sure if their parents were expecting this, you know? But yeah, I only fault one thing on it, and that was I thought the fight scene at the end kind of went a little long, could have been shortened up a little tighter. But that's pretty much every DC movie. And at least this one, like the CGI was 1,000 times better than the Wonder Woman ending. So I actually liked it. I've thought on this pretty much all week. I liked it. I was saying equal to or greater than Wonder Woman. I'm starting to move towards a little bit better than Wonder Woman, just because of the personal backstory and stuff with the kid, and not getting into spoilers, but yeah, there were a couple of times where it touched me. I mean, it didn't quite get to like say uh, Dark Knight levels or nothing like that, but it gave me some feels. So, and I was kind of surprised by that because I thought it was just going to be a fun, cheesy movie. But overall, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exactly, if you double that out of 10, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And that's
usually what I would do when people were like, well, "What'd you give it out of 10?" I just go, I just double my score out of 5, and there you go.
I
give it a 77 out of 100.
That's an amateur score, 7.7, right? Here's what I'll say.
That's fair.
I did not get to see the first 10 minutes of Aquaman because my wife can't read when movies start. But I saw the rest of the movie, and obviously I've seen Wonder Woman, and I saw Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman and Justice League. I'm going to say that Shazam is my favorite DC movie.
For the DCEU or?
From the DCEU, not my favorite DC movie ever. From the DCEU, it is my favorite. I would put it ahead of Wonder Woman #2, Aquaman #3, and then Justice League.
Oh my God, Justice League should be at the bottom.
Yeah, Justice League definitely. I was talking to someone on Instagram. If that's not in your bottom 2 DC movies, your list doesn't even rank. It doesn't even count.
Dude,
that movie was just horrendous. I'll never watch it again in my life. And I am a huge Justice League fan and Batman and Superman fan. That they just, I don't know. I felt robbed when that movie came out.
I liked it, and I don't give a crap what anyone thinks. Here's
the thing you got to remember for me, like, you have to understand how much I wanted to like that movie.
Yes. I went and saw it 2 more times because I was like, I must have just been in a bad mood. I need to see it again. Nope. The second and third time I saw it, it was just like worse and worse feelings. Like I'm never watching it again. But that's me. Sorry, Dee Runk. Go ahead.
No, dude, we are eye to eye on this one. We're on the same book, reading the same page, my friend. Yeah, that movie. Oh my God, I'm so mad about it, man. Like, I wanted Justice League to be Avengers like, and it wasn't. It wasn't even close.
So we can get into this at the end because I actually have thoughts on how you fix the DCEU.
Yes,
I want to get to that later.
Flashpoint.
But there you go. That is one way you can do it. But back to Shazam, I loved it. Like I said, there was 2 scenes that I felt like they could have taken out, or they could have changed quite a bit.
They could have jump cut a little bit, so you didn't see.
Yes, that I agree. But like,
should we start jumping into spoilers? I think we've all touched on what we felt about the movie. Like, should we start getting into what we really liked and didn't like?
Sure. Well, let's give everyone a fair warning here. Spoiler time.
Spoiler time. Carlito, you say it too. Spoilers. 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 All right, if you're still watching now, it's on you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I can't believe Wolverine had a cameo in that movie. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right? Okay, so back to what you were saying about like Billy and Rican's got to go. Billy and
Adios, Rican.
Rod.
I try to get Rod on here. Actually, I try to get Rod on here. I try to get JB on here. I try to get a few people to join us because I wanted, to branch out of just more than just me. Oh, and I tried to get Comic Head on here too, but he hasn't seen the movie either. But
yeah, there's a lot of other streams going tonight too. So
yeah,
it's
Hey, we got
busy
Pop
night.
Dot Comics is in here. Hey, Pop Dot, how you doing?
Pop Dot, JoJo, what's up?
I just like I liked that. I thought Zachary Levi, however you want to say it, I thought it was really good. I thought it was hilarious. Oh dang it! I didn't tell Chino in time. Whoops. I thought it was really good. Spoiler time. I thought they could have taken out the boardroom scene where the 7 deadly sins comes out and that one of them basically eats a dude's head and throws it out the window, and then you see all these people like running for their lives and these people against a wall and like they're obviously getting killed. I thought they could have taken that whole thing out because the movie is supposed to be like they advertised it as like a lot of fun for the family, which for the most part it was. Like outside of that scene and the one where Ultra Savannah goes to the temple and that lady gets turned into ash. Like my daughter comes over to me, she goes, "Daddy, what happened to her?" And so like they could have taken her out of that whole scene, you know what I mean, and had him talking to himself or had her leave or something like freaked out versus her turning into ash. I feel like if they're going to make it more of a family movie, because the rest of it, what like obviously those like 7 deadly sins were kind of like scary looking, but they weren't super scary. Then what made it even more scary, I feel like, was when that one ate that person's head, and my daughter saw it and freaked out. So
yeah, I get that. I think my opinion on that. I think they were trying to establish the stakes, sort of, because really, besides that scene, there's nothing in the movie that is really scary about the rest of them. I don't think, but
yeah, like
I mean,
98% of the movie is still really like a lot of fun for the family and really awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't understand why they had that one scene. Like if they would have taken just that one scene out, because earlier in the movie, like you don't really ever even know if the dad dies or not. You know what I mean?
I think it's for shock value. I really do, because if you think about it, I don't even think we saw that much in Venom, because they cut away when he goes to bite that guy's head off. I don't even think you see it in that. You saw like more of it in Shazam, so that was kind of weird. But
To be fair, though, and I'm going to stick up for Shazam, and I think I liked it less than the three of you, the two of you. It was rated PG-13, and it is a superhero movie, so I did figure that it would have its moments of violence in it, but it wasn't advertised like that. Like that's the problem, is the trailers just showed, "Let me buy a case of your finest beer." Like it was pretty much that kind of stuff. So I get why, people would have been thrown for a loop by it, but I enjoyed some of the darker scenes. Like that to me showed that it was serious and that the threat was very real.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, if I had a 4-year-old daughter and I brought her to that movie, I wouldn't have been so happy. But I'm a selfish man and I only think about it through my eyes.
Right. Like I said, like 98% of the rest of the movie was still really awesome. I really liked how like it had a really good message because he's searching the whole time for his mom who doesn't even want him. While the family that does want him, he doesn't want anything to do with them until he finally figures out that his mom doesn't want him, and he says, "I need to go home to my real family." And I thought that was a really good message to show that like you don't have to be blood with someone to be family. So
that's right. You guys are my brothers.
Yeah,
because I am an only child.
Like Vin Diesel says, it's all about family.
Yeah. What else did you guys like about the movie or didn't like?
I like the part where they spit out the beer after they got it.
Party foul 101.
For sure.
I didn't expect that. I thought they'd just drink the beer and act cool, but no. I was thinking though, if you're a kid, because I remember the first time I ever had a taste of it, and I did the same exact thing. So
yeah, I remember well, I won't say anything about that, but yeah, I agree 100%.
Hey guys, if you're joining us in the chat, we are talking spoilers right now. I just want to, we had Thoro Kuburo join us. We're talking spoilers for Shazam right now. So if you haven't seen it yet, I want you to mute the audio and continue to watch the video.
Watch our lovely faces. Thoro, what's up, Thoro?
What else did you guys like or didn't like, or what are some things that you guys saw about the movie?
I really didn't have a problem with anything besides, like I said, I felt the fight scene at the end kind of dragged on a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. The score, I thought the score was really good. I'm a huge score junkie, so there wasn't much of it. It was more kind of mainstream music, but yeah, I thought it all fit really nicely. So
I love every part of it. Outside of that,
you're not kidding about being a score junkie though, man. Like you get the right soundtrack to a movie, and that makes the entire movie. Like if you go watch The Dark Knight Rises right now, so the third of the Nolan trilogy, and you only pay attention to the music, you still get the sense of what is happening in the movie. Like it is amazing.
Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. I'll put myself on mute.
Oh, he's got a phone call.
Oh, he's got business. Taking care of business.
Handle that business.
Bark nasty business. So Dee Runk, what's up, man? I don't get to talk to you much.
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. We went to that. Me and Burke went to that Comic-Con.
Oh God, I saw a couple. He sent me a couple messages, and I saw some posts from other people there. Man, I was so jealous. I wish I could have went so bad, but I think we might do next year though. Next year.
The fun thing was meeting people from the YouTube community. I got to meet JP Budget Collects. I got to meet JD. Got to meet JD's wife.
Dude, JD, was JD in that Paste Pot Pete?
Yeah.
Dude, so it was actually like a really, really important phone call.
Oh, you're still here, Burke? Okay.
Yes.
Dude, we were. You're good, man. We just started talking.
Okay. Did I interrupt?
Yeah. Shut up. No, no. We were just talking about how much fun you and I had at the convention.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. It was a great time. I want to go back.
2020, Burke. 2020.
Let's do it. Let's go to a bigger one next time, though.
Dude,
man, I was trying to go to C2E2 this year, but it just didn't work out.
We should try.
I'm going to a smaller one, man. Like, dude, I was so exhausted after one day of that convention. Like,
yeah,
if I had bought the weekend pass, I would have skipped Sunday.
Yep.
Like, I would not have been able to do it.
Okay, is it just like wall-to-wall cosplayers and stuff, or?
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude. I walked around like trying to like oh no, make eye contact. It was
Jessica Nigger was there, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I almost got in my car and drove down there.
I walked by a couple times. Anyways, poor Mike says he did not understand the powers being shared. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say about that, and you guys can chime in when I'm done here. At the beginning of the movie, he talks about how all his brothers and sisters and those chairs, the other wizards, are not there anymore. And I'm assuming that means he absorbed their powers, and he gave all the powers to Shazam. So then he shared them with his adopted or foster brothers and sisters, just like they do in the New 52 and in the current run, where all of his foster brothers and sisters have powers, and they all look exactly like they do in the movie. So it was very comic accurate, in my opinion. Though people have talked about how they keep saying 7 of this, 7 of that, and there's only 6 of them. So people have said that the 7th is supposed to be that exclamation point. And I'm wondering if they're going to show that in the next movie or if they're not going to do that at all or what. So what do you guys think?
I don't know crap about Shazam comics, man. And I'm a huge DC fan. I know he's got like the 7 powers of like 7 gods or something like that. That's about all the extent that I knew of. The only thing I didn't get was if he's sharing his powers with the Shazam family, why didn't he lose any of his powers? He just still had them all. I guess I don't understand that, but
I think it was similar to like in the where Shazam, the wizard Shazam, was the last remaining one because he was the most powerful, and
okay.
That's kind of why the other ones like were able to defend themselves, but they weren't really able to win the day, without the right the real Shazam being there. But I did think it was cool. Like I don't know. I didn't read anything about the movie. I saw the trailers, and I was actually like impressed that they brought that out in the movie. I was like, oh, all right, that like they could have skipped that, and a lot of people wouldn't have known any better. But they went full route and made it. I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay, here's what I'll say. So earlier in the movie, when they showed those other seats sitting there, and I knew that he had those foster brothers and sisters, I like knew
foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing, exactly. Because I've been reading the current Shazam, and I knew that there's the Shazam family. And like later in the movie, when those kids come into the temple or whatever, I lean over to my daughter and I said, "Do you want the rest of the kids to turn into superheroes?" And she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, just watch," because I knew that's what was going to happen. Like I already knew ahead of time, but it doesn't sound like Carlito knew.
I had no idea, but it makes sense in retrospect. Like I was like, "Oh yeah, I should have seen that," but I don't know anything about
part of the movie for sure.
But what about Darla, man? She was adorable.
Oh my gosh, dude, that had to have been my daughter's favorite character because they're like really close in age, and she, when she become a superhero, she goes up and tells Santa what she wants and everything. I just thought that was really cool. She told me, she's like, I asked her, I was like, "What was your favorite part of the movie?" She goes, "When that little girl gets superpowers." So
nice. So I did enjoy the cameo at the end of the movie. Where so for spoilers, we're talking spoilers, so eventually Shazam makes good on his promise to have lunch with his friend in while he is Shazam, and which for me, if I was his like foster brother, I'd have been like, "Man, I don't even need you to have lunch with me anymore. I can Shazam now too."
I was thinking he was gonna. I was figuring the rest of the family was gonna show up, but then nope. The regular dude does with who else shows up there?
My boy Superman showed up, which was very cool, but also heartbreaking at the same time because they only show Superman from the neck down. But
the stunt double walked just like him.
Yeah. No, I'm not sad about the guy's performance. It's just it really hints to me that Henry Cavill was probably done being Superman.
I don't think so, man. I think he loves the character. I think he's just waiting for them to give him a better script and a deeper performance, a better performance. Because, I mean, if I were Henry Cavill after Justice League, I might not want to come back. So I'd want something good enough to pull me back. But I think he'll be back. Dude, all I kept thinking, Dee Runk, was of you when I saw that cameo. And then also I was like, man, for like, 6 years now, I've wanted a Man of Steel 2. Oh, yeah. God.
It came out in 2013. So
is that right? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
No, I want Henry Cavill to come back. Personally, I doubt that it'll happen. I think that they are there's way too much instability within the DC Comics movie studio right now, and I don't think they're confident in what to do with Superman. I think they did good with Wonder Woman, they did good with Aquaman, they did good with Shazam. I think they did great with Man of Steel 1, the Man of Steel movie. I love that movie.
So do I. So do I.
But I think that it still underperformed at the box office, and that's all they cared about was like, oh, it could have been better. It could have made more money. And
honestly, they don't even care about like scores anymore. They only care about how much money it makes.
Yeah. And to me, like, I hated Batman v Superman. I hated Justice League. I hated Suicide Squad. And the movies that did the best so far were the ones that, weren't trying too hard to fit into the cinematic universe.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I like how that's another thing I like about Shazam is like there's no direct like tie-in they have to make towards any other movie. It's just kind of little crumbs, like how Marvel does so great.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that aspect. Like the Batarang was awesome. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Ben Affleck as Batman, because I think, especially watching those movies now that he's been in, he was a great physical Batman, but it just seemed like his heart wasn't in it for most of it. And I don't know if that's because of his off-the-screen problems or what, but he just seemed like he was just kind of like, and I want someone who's going to be all out like Christian Bale, like Michael Keaton, even to some extent Val Kilmer a little bit, but
I thought he phoned it in big time in Justice League. I think in Batman v Superman, I thought he did his best, and I liked that. But
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm surprised you hate Batman v Superman because honestly, I really love the Ultimate Cut. The more I watch that, I'll never watch the theatrical version ever again. I actually gave that away to a friend because I'm like, here, you watch it. If you like it, great. If not, do whatever you want with it. I'm never watching it again. But I love the Ultimate Cut. I love the Ultimate Cut.
In the theatrical version or the Ultimate Cut, Batman still kills 18 people in the movie.
True.
And that's not Ben Affleck's fault.
It's because Zack Snyder is an idiot.
I know, and I think Ben Affleck, like in Batman v Superman, I thought he did a fantastic job. And I loved the costume. I loved how he fought. It was like watching like an Arkham video game. He was just wrecking shop when he was fighting, but he killed 18 people. And and like a dozen of those people that he killed were in a scene where he was chasing after someone that had kryptonite because he wanted to steal it from them.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, I can get over Superman breaking Zod's neck in Man of Steel because he was saving, that family directly that was right in front of him, and then countless other people. But Batman, like, hey, you got that green rock that I want, boy, get back here. And then just running people over, blowing shit up. No. Like, I almost walked out of the movie when I saw that.
I get that. I get that. Yeah, and I agree with you. Actually, if you look back at Man of Steel, when he has to kill Zod, like, he doesn't want to do it. Zod gives him no other choice. Like, he has to, because he knows if he doesn't, a lot of innocent people are going to die. And so, he doesn't leave him any other choice. And, like, that scream after he does it, that's like, that's got a mixture of pain, sorrow, and, like, I think that was the last person from his planet that was alive after he killed him, right?
Yeah.
So he lost like all his like blood relation, anybody from his planet, well, that we know about anyway. But so yeah, like he didn't want to do that, and I don't get why people get so hung up on that because I actually thought it was pretty good, but
yeah. Well, here's what I'm going to say. So we can start talking about the DCEU if you guys want. I thought it was really cool how they talked about they said it, but they didn't say. Here, two things. I wasn't happy that they did not say Like they kept making up all these stupid names for Shazam. They never said that that is his superhero name, so that kind of pissed me off. But I did like how they showed or foreshadowed the Black Adam movie by talking about how they picked the wrong wizard and how he unleashes seven deadly sins. And obviously, that's 100% Black Adam, and that's The Rock playing him. So I'm pretty excited if they actually end up making that movie. So, but we can talk about the DCEU if you guys want. I got some thoughts on how to fix it if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, I do. I want to hear that. I also want to say if they could find a way that, you know, Flashpoint or something could erase Justice League, I'm all in. Like, but I want Henry Cavill back. Obviously, Gal Gadot back as Wonder Woman, and even Momoa as Aquaman. Like, I wasn't on board at first, but that movie was really good. So, and now I'm pretty much good with him as the character now because they did some things that were a little bit different than the comics. But yeah, I want those three kept, and then anybody else, and I don't really care about. They can change Batman, that's fine, and even the Flash. Like
they have to change the Flash.
Ezra Miller, like I don't know, he was all right, but he's just not my Flash, you know.
No, like the character that he played was was Barry Allen. He was nothing like Barry Allen in that movie. Oh my God. Like I hated the Flash in that movie. A lot of people said he was the star of it or he stole the show. No. Like he stole it from me, all right, and I really didn't like it because of him.
Actually, in my opinion, the best thing about Justice League for me was Cyborg, because I really could care less about Cyborg, really, except for when he's with the Titans, which is honestly how I think he should have been brought in with Titans, not with Justice League. But I think they did enough of his story, which I did not expect, that I actually cared about Cyborg more than most of the other characters in that movie. Like outside that movie, I love Wonder Woman and I love Superman, but yeah, that's kind of where
I could hug you right now, man. Like I love Cyborg in that movie. Yeah, bring it in, man. Cyborg, I enjoyed, and he was like my least favorite character from the movie. Like I didn't care about Cyborg at all.
Right.
But watching that movie, like I enjoyed him, and I thought he did really good. And yeah, that like hell yeah, man.
Right on, man.
Cyborg for life.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Cyborg.
Oh, hold on. I got to interrupt you. I'm sorry. If I don't go to the bathroom right now, I'm going to pee myself on a live stream on YouTube, and I will never recover from that. So I will be back. Continue chatting, please.
Okay. All right. Well,
if he would have never said anything, we wouldn't even know.
No,
he could just peed his pants and nobody would even notice.
No, exactly. I can say a little bit more about Shazam.
Hold on. I'm not wearing pants right now, so if I had peed myself, it would have just streamed everywhere, and it would have been like it would have been bad.
Oh God.
We can talk a little bit more about Shazam if you want to before he comes back. So I like the movie a lot. Savannah, I actually thought was pretty good. They definitely need to bring in Black Adam. Did you like the post-credit scene?
Post-credit scene.
Or the mid-credit scene, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I didn't see. I don't read the comics, but apparently I read that that little character is from Titans or something. Like Titans Go, or I had no. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like I'm looking at trying to figure out if they know, because I had no idea what was going on with that.
Me neither.
So you can enlighten me on that. I don't know.
I don't really know anything about it either. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens there. 3 men in the basement. Is that Everett? What's up, Everett? How's it going, man?
Who's Everett?
We were talking Shazam spoilers. We've talked about the movie a lot already. We're actually about to talk about the DCEU here in a little bit.
I want to talk about the Dark Knight trilogy, but that's just me. I could talk about that for years.
Dude, the Dark Knight trilogy is the best trilogy of any trilogy of all time. Do not at me. I don't care about Star Wars. None of it. It's the best trilogy of all time.
Agreed. Hands down.
Yep. The Dark Knight is the best movie of all time. In my opinion.
Yeah. Logan is a close second for me, but Dark Knight definitely number one.
I'm back.
He's back. Okay. Do you guys want to hear how I'd fix the DCEU?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so Shazam, he gets to stay. Wonder Woman, stay. Aquaman, stay. Cyborg, stay. I would prefer not to have Ezra Miller as the Flash, but I don't know how you go forward without him.
He's out. I read an article that he's not doing it anymore.
What?
They could bring in someone else as Wally West.
Yeah, they could do Wally West.
Wally West is by far my favorite Flash anyways. So here's what you do. So this is how I would fix it. I would. You don't need another Justice League or Superman movie for another like 3 or 4 years. So go let Cavill go do whatever movies, whatever shows he wants to do. Throw him a whole bunch of money to come back for another Justice League and then a Superman sequel. But in the meantime, you have a Nightwing movie, and you can introduce Batgirl and Red Hood, whatever you want. But it needs to be a Nightwing movie with flashbacks to his time as Robin. And then toward the end, they need to have Batman die and show, Batfleck, and then have him become Batman. And then boom, there's your Batman, and then you're good to go the rest of the way. That's what I would do. Throw a whole bunch of money at Cavill, have him come back as Superman. There you go. You got your Justice League. And then bring in – that way you can still have – your Green Lantern movie. You can still have a Cyborg movie. You can still have a Flash movie. And then put all of those together here in like 4 years and have another Justice League movie that could make $1.5 billion.
Not bad. Want to hear what I would do?
What'd you say?
Want to hear what I would do?
Yes. What would you do?
I would have Deathstroke kill Batfleck.
Deathstroke definitely needs to come back, dude, for sure.
I'm telling the best thing about the Justice League movie was the end credits scene. That was, dude. So I was in the theater with like 5. I jumped up and like did like the fist pump, and I was like screaming. I was like, yes! It was so awesome. And I've watched it like 1,000 times on YouTube since then. So since I obviously won't buy the Justice League movie, but. Anyway, sorry, Dee Runk. Got a little excited about Deathstroke there. You can go ahead.
All right. No. So, did anyone else here have a Sega Genesis or a Super Nintendo growing up?
Sega Genesis.
Sega. Super Nintendo. All right. Well, on those systems, there was a button, and it was called the reset button. I would Hulk smash the reset button, and I don't care what it costs. I don't care if you lose Wonder Woman or Gal Gadot, or if you lose Henry Cavill, or if you lose Aquaman, you got to reset it. If you need to have a connected universe, they need to be reset. Or you could continue on and ignore the connected universe and make good standalone movies.
And that's what they're going to do, which sucks because I want a Justice League movie again.
Yeah, it looks like that's where they're going.
I want that too, but one thing that I hated about Aquaman is it took place after Justice League.
Yeah.
And all I could think about in that movie was, where the hell is Superman? Superman would respond to this threat. Period.
I don't know how it holds up. I'm sure anybody that's in the chat or you two could say, but I have a theory about how they can keep Wonder Woman and Aquaman and potentially even Superman, and then change everybody else, and it'd still be gold. Because is that Themyscira, where Wonder Woman's from? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like kind of secluded off from the world. Well, one could assume that even Flashpoint or whatever might not affect that since they're in that bubble. And I was thinking the same thing for like Atlantis under the water, and then Superman could be off on, out in space or trying to find Krypton or whatever. But That's how I think they could do it. I mean, there's so many things that I don't even know about in the books, especially that where they could do it and still keep some characters that are already there, and it would work, I think, and people wouldn't be too torn up about it. But yeah, Batfleck, he can go. Ezra Miller, he can go. Cyborg, I don't know how they would keep him, but
yeah, I think he's already backed out of any future DC projects as well, which was too bad because I don't know if I wanted a cyborg movie, but I enjoyed the cyborg character was probably my favorite part of that movie.
yeah,
And
that guy was awesome, man. I didn't know how he'd be. I'm pretty sure that was his first like major role, but I I really liked him. But yeah, I don't know. Just have Deathstroke kill everybody, and then they can restart. That's what I'm going with.
yeah, no, dude, the biggest problem to me though is they don't have they don't have like a Kevin Feige directing everything and telling everyone like, hey, you're a great director. Guess what? Too bad. You're my bitch now. You're going to do exactly what I want you to do in this movie. And I need you to make it really good. Like they need that.
They do. They need direction, overarching direction on all of their movies.
Yeah. And they don't have it. And that's where, and dude, the Justice League got rushed to development so that their executives could get a bigger bonus.
Yeah.
Like that is an absolute fact. Like it had to hit during a certain time frame, and if they missed it, they lost out on a bonus. Like you can't have something that's that important to people. The Justice League is like, dude, like I love the Justice League, man. I feel that it has so much more potential than the Avengers even.
Yes.
The Avengers are conjured together with B-list superheroes that are now A-list because of how amazing the movie was.
Yes.
And the Justice League are all A-list, and they're all amazing.
Yeah.
And you could make a better Justice League movie if you took your time and you weren't worried about catching up to Marvel. Like, you don't need to catch up to Marvel. Like, let Marvel be Marvel, man. Like, I love the fact that Marvel's kicking ass because I love the movies.
I agree.
I enjoy all those movies, but it saddens me that DC is just poorly managed when it comes to their movies, and there's no cohesive direction to it.
They need to have Jeff Johns run it from now on.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I think I agree with Burke Nasty, man. Jeff Johns was in charge for a little bit, but he wasn't in charge. His hands were tied by all the executives. So
he had his hands really deep in the Green Lantern movie, which I know Burke liked.
It wasn't awful.
I liked it. Like it wasn't great.
Yeah.
B-.
To me, Green Lantern should be great. There's so much amazing potential with Green Lantern. Like you can't make an okay Green Lantern movie. That's dumb. How do you make a fantastic Iron Man movie and then an okay Green Lantern movie? Like Green Lantern is such a better character than Iron Man. It's not even close.
You know what people forget about is that Marvel's made some pretty crappy movies too. But no one cares because like they've also made some really amazing movies. Like Iron Man 2, hot garbage. Iron Man
my God! No, don't even bring that in here, Bert.
Thor number 2, hot garbage. All three of those movies suck.
Iron Man 3 was hot garbage.
Iron Man 2 is the worst Marvel movie of all time.
No, it's not.
Iron Man 2 is garbage, dude.
Iron Man 3 is the worst.
Iron Man 3 broke my heart because I loved Ben Kingsley as like his portrayal of the Mandarin, but it's a better movie than Iron Man 2.
And that's a movie where the previews totally lied. Totally sold out on the previews and the trailers and stuff. Like they made the Mandarin, I got chills from his voice on those trailers before Iron Man 3. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the biggest bad we've had in the Marvel Universe yet. And then it turns out to just be a joke.
Yeah,
like,
dude, that pissed me off too.
Totally pissed me off. And
But
like
it
my
was
buddy I was with, like he just walked out shaking his head, like he was furious because he actually I at that point I had read very little Iron Man or anything, so he knew all about the Mandarin and Iron Man, but he was furious. Like his face was red. He's like, I don't even know. This is just he just threw his hands up. He's like, I don't even know what to think right now. So then that's kind of how I felt too, even though I didn't really know too much of the history and stuff. But Iron Man 3, dead last in the MCU universe.
Iron Man 2.
You know what? It's sad because that first half was actually pretty good. I've rewatched it since, and the first half was like actually pretty good, but the second half.
I don't ever grade a movie like that. Like, I don't care what your first half looked like. You're making it one whole movie. Give me a good movie. And Iron Man 2 was not good. Iron Man 2 was such a letdown. It was the second or the third movie of the cinematic universe. And Iron Man 2 was a letdown.
No, I love Iron Man 2. Love it. I love the suitcase suit. I love I love the bad Russian accent. I love what's his face? Hammer. I love Justin Hammer. I love that plays. But yeah, Iron Man 3 is the worst.
But that would be like me saying I love Batman v Superman because I thought Batman looked really cool in the costume, and I thought the death of Superman scene was really cool, well done. You know, like just because you have some cool parts of a movie, don't make you mean you have a cool movie.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I love the whole movie. I'll admit, right? It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't care what anybody says. I love it. And I still think, it's better than Iron Man 3, but I know like the whole world's against me. That's fine. I don't know if I had something happen when I watched that or something, but I have a soft spot for it, so I read it.
It sounds like if we're getting back to the DC.
Hold on, hey, poor Mike, you have a good night, man. He said he's got to hit the hay.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Middle class Mike.
So far, Mike. We have 3 different ways we can fix the DCEU. Incredible Hulk. I actually kind of like that movie, but I didn't like how they switched actors, and they've never done a movie since. Because he's a great character. Anyway, so it sounds like there's 3 options we can do. They can either do the reset button, which Dee Runk said they could do. They could do what I think and have a Nightwing movie, have him become Batman, and have Henry Cavill come back in a couple of years. Or Carlito says just do a Flashpoint movie.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with Deathstroke killing them all and restart. So kind of a little bit of Dee Runk and my own thing there.
Here's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna just start. They're just gonna continue just making whatever movies they want for another 5-6 years, and then at that point they will restart. That's what I think.
And I think that's not a bad way to go though. Like you need to restart eventually. That's a fact. I do think they should break up the connected movies. Like go away from that. Make good movies, and then while you're doing that on the side, like behind the scenes, work on a killer connected universe.
Work on a plan. Make a plan.
Make a 12-year plan, and just execute it and do not stray from it.
Yes. And cast younger actors because they're casting like Ben Affleck was 40 years old when they casted him as Batman. Right. Henry Cavill's in his 30s as Superman. Like they need to cast younger dudes so they can have a more longevity as a character.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So Burt Nasty. Who would you cast as your Batman right now?
I don't even know, dude. I really don't. To be honest, I was super pissed when they casted Ben Affleck, but I actually thought he did a pretty good job. He was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He was a good Bruce Wayne. And I thought that warehouse scene was pretty good.
Yeah. That's
okay.
the best most comic book accurate Batman fight scene we've probably seen.
Yeah.
But
don't forget the fact that he killed 3 people in that warehouse.
You know, I really don't know who I cast as Batman.
I suck at casting. Like I'm not ever like the guy that like, dude. I could tell you for a fact that like when Christian Bale was going to be Batman, I thought that was dumb. I thought that Henry Cavill being Superman was stupid. You know, and Henry Cavill, I love Henry Cavill as Superman. You know, like I was worried about that. So yeah, I try not to have like dream cast. Like the only dream casting I ever had.
You're right back, guys.
All right, was when X-Men, like the first original X-Men movie was coming out. I wanted Patrick Stewart to be Professor X, and they did that and
nailed it.
Yeah, and well, there's no other choice. Like that was perfect. So after that, I hung up my cape. I was 1 for 1 in movie castings, and I felt good about it ever since.
I haven't been too bad, but I will admit I've been hugely wrong, and I said hugely wrong on 2 occasions. One of them was when they cast Heath Ledger as the Joker. I was like, what? The guy from Brokeback? Like, I didn't see it. And then the other one was Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I'm like, spoiler alert, like, I was like, she's too skinny and she doesn't have big enough breasts. That's what I thought about her. But she nailed it, though. She nailed it. To her credit, she, like, proved me wrong. So, and I was hoping she would. I just didn't think, because at the time she didn't have anything acting wise really besides Fast and the Furious, I think, where she basically just played a hot chick who rode a bike. So, you know, I mean.
So pop.comics said, or JoJo said that Oscar Isaac could play Batman.
Yeah, I've been seeing some rumors about that too, but I don't know how old he is. I think he's mid-30s, maybe.
I want a young actor up and coming.
Well, and apparently Warner Brothers is looking for someone between, I think, 24 and 29 to play it.
Yeah,
so that probably takes Oscar Isaac out of it. And I think he said he hasn't talked to anybody or read anything about it. So he's, you know, it's just speculation. But I actually wanted Carl Urban. And if you look back on Twitter, like way back when they announced Batfleck, I was actually the first one to start trending that hashtag on Twitter. So hashtag Batfleck, because it was actually in sarcasm though, because I didn't want Ben Affleck as Batman.
This dude's trying to take credit for Batfleck.
No, I didn't take credit for the word. I'm taking credit for the first time the hashtag was used on Twitter, and I actually got a what was that anniversary thing or something? But someone tweeted me. It was an account that like keeps track of hashtags or something. That's the only reason why I knew, is because it said 5 years ago, blah, blah, you started the hashtag for Batfleck, and they sent me a message and shit, and I was like, okay.
You need to screenshot that, and that needs to be like on your tombstone when you when you're done living your life.
Hashtag Batfleck.
I did not coin the phrase. I just coined the hashtag, but I won't take credit for coining the phrase. I don't know who did that first, but.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm about ready for dinner up here.
Okay. No, we need to talk about Endgame and how the trailers are lying to us. It's a whole big lie.
They've openly come out and said that they are trying to confuse viewers by making scenes, like making the trailers different than the actual movie.
Yep.
Like what they did with the last movie, where they're all running in the jungle and you see the Hulk, and he was never the Hulk in the movie outside of the beginning.
Did you guys see that article? No spoilers, but an industry insider said that Endgame is mind-blowing and that nobody will expect what happens. I've seen like 1,000 theories online and on YouTube, and it's funny because at work, I'll have people come up to me and ask and talk about it that don't even read comics and barely go to movies, but they're like, it's just one of the most talked about things right now. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? You know, that's crazy.
What do you hold?
I don't read any of those things because, like, 99% of them are wrong, and I don't want to find the one that was right. And
no, I'm with you. I didn't read the article. I just saw the headline that Industry Insider says mind blowing or whatever.
yeah,
So that's all I read. I had a movie a couple years ago get spoiled for me, and I stopped reading like pre stuff.
yeah.
Dude, there was people posting Shazam spoilers a week before the movie came out. That pissed me off.
Are you serious?
So like they're like posting like photos and video. Here's
Really?
my spoiler review, and a movie doesn't even come out yet. Like, come on, man. Like
Man,
I think IGN posted like what the mid-credits scene was before the movie came out.
But I don't click on those articles though. Like,
No, I didn't click on it either, but people were pissed because
like,
it shows like the first sentence in the article and the little link. You know what I mean?
for me, like, if you want to say, hey, I've got a spoiler review, here it is. Don't click on it if you don't want it. But there are some articles where the headline is just like spoiler, and that I hate.
Yeah, I read a tweet from a friend today, and he was talking about how Forbes is notorious for like dropping spoilers in their like pre-review or whatever articles without even giving warnings or nothing. So he's hoping that they don't do that with Endgame.
Yeah, dude, I remember USA Today doing an article on the spoiler for Batman issue number 50, where does Batman marry Catwoman, and I was furious. If I was the Incredible Hulk, I would have busted out and
dude, I was so pissed off because I actually saw that before I got to read the book, and I was pissed.
Same here, dude.
I haven't even read the book yet.
All right, you want another spoiler? This is a good spoiler. You guys can dig it. Don't worry about it. If you watched my YouTube video that I posted earlier today, I unboxed a 9.8 first full appearance of Gambit.
Damn.
It is so sexy.
It is. I was jelly.
Very nice.
I knew that it was coming in. I knew it was coming in, and I was watching a video about how you went from the worst grade to the best grade. And once there was one left, or there was two left, and the second to last one was knocked out. I was like, shit, that last one's going to be a 9.8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I'm going to, hey, fair warning for anyone that watches anything I do going forward, probably going to show that book on my content in every episode going forward.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. It sounds like we all enjoyed Shazam. Some of us a little bit more than others, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing everyone's books. You guys have anything else you want to add?
I want to add nothing. I think this was a flawless video.
Yeah. I want to add something.
Iron Man 2 does suck. It's terrible.
I agree.
Man.
But so does Green Lantern.
What were we going to say, Carlito?
I can't remember now. All I can think about is being mad about Iron Man 2.
I was mad about it too, brother. I had to watch that damn movie.
We'll have you on some more streams, man. Carlito.
Yeah.
This is
I'm trying to get some content done
with your comics.
That's the only thing I'll add. I'm trying to get some content done. I'm gonna be like the only one specializing in a certain character probably on YouTube. So
that's true.
That'll be cool, man. You'll get every Deathstroke fan out there.
I've met so many
Power Rangers, dude. Which, by the way, I forgot to say this earlier. my LCS did not get Go-Go Power Rangers 19 today, and I was super pissed. I was legit like irate that it did not come in because I have not been reading the regular Power Rangers because they went away from the original team. So Go-Go is the only one with the original team, and they didn't have it today, and I was pissed.
You should have messaged me. Should have messaged me. I would have looked and seen if they had it at mine. But
I think he said they're going to have it in next week because that was one of the only books they didn't get. So cool. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Stream.
I'm glad I got that email.
What's that?
I'm glad I finally got that email.
Yeah, well, the second or third time finally went through the interwebs. So,
Yep.
All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for coming on.
Dee Runk.